Right. Ndasangana na mama pano. Mama ndimi ananya kubereka. Munotine nawe kubviswa kweroora.
Okay. Pakubviswa kweroora. From the Bible Mwari akati rinofanira kubviswa.
Alright.
Saka Jacob akabvisa roora, Isaac akabvisa roora in appreciation. Saka even today rinofanira kubviswa, asi ngarisave kuponda mwana wewanhu. Ngarive roora rekuti vana vanogarisana zvakanaka mukati medzimba.
Ambiri yatinonzwa zhinji inonzi imi ana amai ndimunotanga nekudhurisa mobva mataura kuti mafukidza dumbu aichemwe chemwe. Asi munyazozva kuti mukomana ari kuroora mwana wenyu ihasla paZimex anotengesa musika kumbare, munozviitire?
Okay, ichokwadi ichocho, asi sana mai mari yemafukudza dumbu ndo yega yatinowana. Ndosaka tisingazoti isachemwe chemwe nekuti ndo kazhinji yatinenge tatobatawo ipapo. Asi ngatisadhurise, ngatisadzikise stereki. Uye even muBhayibheri wanga wasina mari vaishandira kuita kunonzi kudi kugarira uchishanda kutema ugarira opuwa mukadzi wako zvakanaka.
Okay. Tabvisa pane mombe inonzi mombe yeumai. Inobviswa musi wemaroro here kana kuti inobviswa kana mudzimai aita mwana?
Mombe yeumai mazuva ano vamwe vanobvisa musi waroorwa munhu. Asi vamwe vanomiririra paanobvisirwa masungiro. Obva auya nemombe yeumai. Obva apa mai zvese nemasungiro.
Kune imwe mombe yainzi mombe yechimanda, makambonzwa nezvayo?
Hongu mombe yechimanda ndakanzwa nezvayo. Mombe yechimanda haitaurirwi kuti mukwasha toda chimanda. Iye mukwasha pachaenda nemwana wenyu aenda kuhanimun, ndiye achaona kuti zviri worth here kunobvisa chimanda kana kusabvisa. Kana chimanda chauya zvoreva kuti mwana wenyu anga akazvichengeta. Kana chisina kuuya zvoratidza kuti pane zvaanga asina kunzwisisa murume pakati apa. Saka haangauyi kukutaurirai kuti zvazvakamira sei. Asi kana chisina kuuya pane zvazvinoreva.
Mari yamunoda imimi samai, inini haina ndisi mukwasha ndiri mwana kai. Takagara paye tazoungana semhuri. Mungati inoenderana kuti hanzvadzi yangu inzi yabva pamba zvakanaka ingaita mari.
Ngationgororei kuri kushanda munhu. Umwe anenge asitorina mari, asi chaakoshesa kutora mwana wenyu nenzira yakanaka. Ndo chatinofanira kuita appreciate kuti mwana wangu haana kuda kunyadzisa. Uye mukwasha haana kuda kutora zvechisimba, haana kuda kunyadzisa. Saka kana munhu achinge auya negwara rakanaka ngatimubatewo zvakanaka.
Beautiful. Zvanzi namama mukwasha akauya negwara rakanaka, kwete kuita vana amai vanoti akangounza damage yangu chete zvatoonani. Yatombounza iyoyo mugashire mukwasha. Ndoda kutendai mama nemasoko enyu. Kurudziro kuvamwe vabereki vari panze apo vari kuti wedu haabve pano asina muchato.
Okay, kurudziro muchato wakanaka, asi ngatione kuti simba rekuti muchato wacho uitwe iripo here, mari yekuti muchato uitwe. Unotarisira zvakawanda. Uye kana chida kuti abve nemuchato, isusu sevabereki vemukadzi tiri kuiteiwo pakuti muchato uendeke. Ngatitengeiwo gauni, ngatibatsiraneyo pakubvisa zvinodiwa, ngatibatsiraneyo pakuhaya. Kwete kuti zvese zvonzi mukwasha, transport mukwasha, zvese mukwasha. Kana asingazvikwanisi, handiko kundogara mushe zvakanaka mudzimba. Chinokurudzirwa kuti vana vandogare zvakanaka. Asi operekwa zvakanaka futi musi vacho vanenge achida kuperekwa. Kuchata kwakanaka, asi kana maresources asati aita, tiwanozongochata kana Mwari achitungamira.
Still in the streets of Harare, the program is Young People Say. Ndasangana nemusikana wechidiki. How are you?
I'm good.
Bride price. What's your take on bride price?
Yeah, munhu anofana kuroora because the moment anondiroora ka anondikochesawo rather than kuti ndongoti ndangomuka ndoenda kumba kwavo. Anononge maybe kumba kwedu kune nzara here or something else. Saka akandiroorowo zviri nani, respect inenge yakati one day.
Okay. Unofunga kuti wewe ukabvisirwa mari munhu ndo paanotanga kukurespecta?
Because inini ndensiri kandatora mabhegi angu ndikanoita move on mumba make. Iye ndiye anenge auya kumba kwedu obva nditora. Saka respect inenge iripo pane kuti inini ndobva nemabhegi angu ndoenda ikoko.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tiri kutaura nawe kuti wabvisirwa mari yaunofunga kuti ndiyo mari yakanaka yekuti utiwo ini ndabva pamba pedu zvine mutsa imari.
Zvinhu zvakaoma muZimbabwe to be honest. Tiri kuomeserana. I think ambotora nauyu kunzi 5,000 iri right. Kwete zvekudozoti munhu nomudzoti anzi 50,000 inobvepi muZimbabwe munomu, because hakuna munhu ari kutambira kana kuti hakuna munhu akutambira 1k ndo chokwadi. Saka chini tichitomeserana. Saka wo 5,000 zvichidzikawo asi haizofaniwo kuti 1000 zvichidzika tikatiwo kana iri shomawo ngaiti kana 3500.
Okay, waroorwa wabvisirwa yatinoti bride price, pachine need here yekuzoenda mberi munoita inonzi white wedding?
Nangu handida hangu kuita personally, nangu handidi because zvinosungirira zvinhu zvezvo maybe mumba macho hachiswirirana kana madorambana motangofambira zvinhu zvezvo mumakoti munoita gore rese muchirambana. Saka inini hangu ka personally ukangondiroora unenge wagona zvekuzoti tichatezve handidi zvazvemusoro mako, ina handida hangu chati.
Alright. Ari pano musikana ataura kuti kuchata zvazvimwewezvo zvinonetsa kana takuda kuzorambana, takuenda koti, takuita zvinhu zvakasiyana siyana. Chaanongoda ndechekubvisirwa bride price, achitaurawo kuti 5000 is fair. Zvino vari kuti akadzidza nedegree neasina, mari yacho inofanira kusiyana. Vanhu vanosiyana here?
Hatisiyane because inini ndikutoenda kuchikoro ndikutoitawo diploma ka pamwe mukomana ndikuda naye angoriwo munhu wedrip, saka zvekuzoti hanzi because ndini ndakamuda ka saka 5000 iraitiwo kwezvonzi hanzi mumwe akapasa mumwe haana. Mari ngaingofana because tese tiri vanhu takasikwa naMwari.
Beautiful. Tinokutenda mwanangu nemasoko ako. Nhau yatiri kudiscussa inhau yeroora richiine basa here kana kuti vanhu ngavangogarisana kana vachiwirirana vasingarovani zvatonaka zvakadaro.
Welcome to Young People. This is a talk show for young people where they come and talk about issues which affect them as young people from all over. And I just want to say that the discussions here or the views that these young people are bringing doesn't necessarily mean that they're coming from them as individuals. They are representing views of young people from all over. So please allow them to speak, allow them to open up, and because they want also to get advice, to get help from adults and from parents and from pastors. So today we have got a topic which I know is very hot and the young people are rearing to go. We want to talk about the bride price and its relevance in today's youth's lives. So, bride price. From time immemorial, this has been actually our culture. That when a young man wants to take a young lady away from their family and marry them, they had to pay something. And bride prices varied traditional times. Even today, parents would charge whether it's cows, whether it's money, whether they wanted a piece of land, whatever. But parents were free to charge what they wanted. But today, we want to find out from young people whether they understand what they are made to do or what they are being made to do, that is paying of the bride price. So I want to find out from the young people. Do you really understand what you will be doing when you are paying bride price? Do you know what bride price is? And do you appreciate bride price or paying of bride price?
Yes, bride price is a token of appreciation by the groom's family to the bride's family.
It's a token of appreciation. I'll come back to you to say what will they be appreciating. Eh? Yes.
It is also a way of showing that the groom is able to take care of the bride if she goes to his house or to his family's house.
So it's a measurement of capacity?
Yes, it is.
All right.
It's also a way of showing respect to the families that you actually also appreciate the work that was put in to raise the groom.
The groom?
Yeah, the bride and the groom.
The bride and the groom.
Yes,
Okay.
both of them, yeah.
Okay.
I also think that bride price is used to build relations between the families from the bride side and the groom side.
Mm-hmm. So I'm coming back to you. You talked about appreciation, that the parents of the groom or the groom himself will be appreciating the parents of the bride for what?
For raising the bride.
For raising the bride?
Yeah, for the efforts that they put in raising the bride and what the bride is going to do once she has entered the groom's family. They're giving birth to the groom's name, lineage, also taking care of the groom's family. So it's appreciating what the parents did and what the bride is going to do once she has been married.
Okay, so young people, I know that you are not yet married, isn't it? But you are hearing from others who are getting married. What are they being charged nowadays?
All right, Teti. These days it varies with the levels of education. Normally, if the bride is has got a first degree or so, they are varying from 3,000 USD up to 8,000. And if the bride has got a master's degree or a PhD, and if they have a good running business, it goes all the way up to 15,000 USD.
Oh, so you're saying now parents are charging according to the level of education?
Yes, Tete, because the parents have invested in their daughter, and the daughter is supposed to pay back, but now she's going to benefit another family that was sitting out there.
Okay.
I'd like to say that it also varies. Now most parents are now considering the economic situation. Even if they want to charge, let's say 10,000, it might be difficult for them to charge that because they know that maybe their son-in-law to be will not be able to raise such an amount.
Young men, do you appreciate these amounts that are being mentioned, talking in terms of that this girl is educated, she's got a master's, and so it depends with the level of education. So it also comes with that in terms of the payment that you're supposed to do.
Okay, so I think theoretically it's correct, but practically on the ground it's not correct. Because if you say that you are charging basing on the education level, my parents also took time to educate me. So who's going to pay that for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
The amount is also dependent on where the groom is coming from, what kind of a family. If you're marrying into a cabinet minister's son, if you're being married by that, the bride price will also be higher. But if you are also coming from an average home, then the bride prices may be substantial. And also I've noticed, depending on the convoy that comes on the morning, if you come with Land Cruisers, they will revise the figure. But if you come with a humble, or if your guys park far away, then they come with their Land Cruisers, then you may stand a chance of getting a fair amount.
So basically you are saying parents now are using bride price as a way of gaining some wealth into the family?
Some are fundraising, so to speak. I would just like to zero in on the fact that I think we all came to a common agreement that bride price is a form of appreciation. How then do you expect the groom to appreciate the bride if you are charging him an amount that is unheard of?
So you're saying you ladies, you don't want to be charged that much, huh? Yeah.
No, I think we undermine the value of a woman and what she's bringing to the other family. I'm educated, and then I'm coming to your family. I'm going to provide money, businesses, even everything that I'll be doing, it will be in your name. So I think parents are justified. If they want to charge 10K, they can charge 10K because I'm even bringing more money to the other family, more than 10K.
A woman, this what my brother just said. Was I not educated? A woman is more to lose. The way I'm looking now, when I'm married, I'll probably not look the same way. I'll be, structureless. I'm giving birth to babies with the surname of the man. I'm going to lose my surname. I'm going to go through so many labor pains, guys. Let's think of this. And these guys who don't want to pay, they are unfaithful. So I'm going to consider emotional stress, physical stress, giving birth to children who will not be called by my surname, by my totem. So yeah, they need to pay.
So are you guys saying that what this guy is paying, if they pay 10K, then it's worth what your parents have done to you? Are you saying you're worth 10,000? What you are, can you put a value to it, and then you are contented that they've paid? Okay, then I'll come back to you.
Okay, we can't really put a value to a human being.
Yeah.
However, an example is given in the Bible of Rebecca. She was given the family was given gold because of her. And the other thing that determine also the prices that the parents charge is probably because she's a virgin. And they're appreciating that you have managed to stay a virgin for all these years. You are pure. So that also determines the value that they will put on you. And also the fact that you are going to transform another family. It's not about education. The reason why it is called a bride price, it's not a groom's price. So we are not supposed to be asking, what about the guy and stuff? It's a bride price. The bride is the one who is going to be paid for, not the groom.
So you're bringing in another version there to say, if I am a virgin, then I'm supposed to be a bit expensive because everything is intact. Gentlemen, you want to respond?
I think I was comfortable when we first defined it as an appreciation, because when it becomes a price, there was a debate that some men once had, and they were calculating the cost of having intimacy with a lady over $10,000 for the rest of your life. It calculates to almost 33 cents per each intercourse that you have, as opposed to going into the streets and you pay a certain amount. So you're devaluing yourself by saying this is a bride price, as if you're a clothing item in a shop. So I think let's stick to appreciation. Yeah.
Okay, so I think the other thing is, if you are paying a bride price, you are building relationship between the other family and the other family. What we say in Shona, Kumba Ukama. So it all comes to what values do the other family have. Like, for example, you are valuing a person for a certain amount, then it brings a sense of entitlement to the person who's paying.
This is getting hot. I want someone who would say something in 30 seconds. Yeah?
Okay, I feel we should zero in on appreciation, because once we call it a prize, I think that's why a lot of people are frauding guys out there on paying 15K for somebody. I feel if we appreciate, somebody is gonna appreciate in a way that is appropriate, and such that we won't, the parents won't use that money to even finish their houses, won't even use that money to buy cars, because it's for appreciation.
This is getting hot. This is getting hot. Please don't go away. We will be right back. Welcome back to Young People. Same. So when we went for the short break, we're talking about, do you really understand this bride price and how much is being charged? And according to you, is it fair to be paying such amounts, or to be giving the parents of the bride the things that they are requiring from you to pay? So you had your hand up.
Yes, I wanted to say that, like you're saying, that as parents, they are asking for their own token of appreciation from the groom, right? But you can't ask me to say, hey, you should charge $100 for an X-Jab or for a Benz, because I'm valuing my daughter that I have. So I'm bound to demand maybe sort of like an appreciation that I think is worth my daughter. Because you can't say that I've bought you clothes and you just say thank you. To me, thank you will not be enough, but maybe I want you to do something for me in turn.
So you're bringing in another version there. What are the differences? What is an X-Jab and what is a Benz when it comes to bride price? Eh? Yeah? Can you explain these car versions? Eh? Yeah.
I would think a Benz is a value of a full package of a bride who is pure in everything. Yeah.
Pure as in a virgin.
Education, virginity, values, morals, etc.
That's a Benz.
That's a Benz, and
who
then
can take the X-Jab? What is the X-Jab, gentlemen?
The X-Jab is probably that lady who has been around. She probably will, the food that she cooks is not so appetizing. That takeaways are better. The lady who who cannot take care of the man. The man is going to work, but she wakes up at 9.
But why would you pay a bride price for an ex-jab if that's the definition that you are giving? Why would you pay something for an ex-jab? You want to respond or you want to, okay?
There is a problem with people who are saying ex-jab. How have you seen that this is an ex-jab before you've even laid with her? And besides, I know the ex-jab, they bring the issue of she's never been around. A virgin is a woman without a child. Yes, according to some laws. Yes. So when you have not met me, how do you know I'm an ex-jab? Because you pay, you give bride price to the parents before you've slept with me. So whether you find out later, but the bride price, you are paying it without having done anything with me.
So, okay, I'll come to you, Kosi. Yeah.
All right, I wanted to add on the issue of the bride price that sometimes it also depending on the size of the family. If my father has 8 other brothers, the bride price is going to be a little bit higher because they're going to share it amongst themselves and he doesn't want to be left with nothing.
So when we are going back to the issue of values and morals, and young people out there, the gentlemen who are here are very clear that if a lady doesn't have morals, the parents should then charge, for lack of a better word, bride price with that in mind. But the ladies are refusing that. They are saying, how do you know that I'm an ex-jab before you've slept with me?
All right, I have to agree with Amanda when she mentioned that how would you know that someone is an ex-jab if you have an ex-jabbed with them? How do you know? So it means we are both ex-jabs. But personally, I just feel like when it comes to bride price, we need to advocate for fairness. Because at the end of the day, you pay 20K. The man pays its blood, sweat, and tears. He should pay, don't get me wrong, he should pay. And we appreciate that. But then you go back home and you don't give him his money's worth, and then he starts making you feel like a price tag. So this is why I always say that we need to strive for fairness when we are setting these bride prices. We are not trying to put a price tag on someone. We are not trying to put someone on a rank on how much they're worth. We are trying to just appreciate each other's families. You know, this man is capable of looking after my daughter. This woman is capable of looking after the man. So we should be fair.
So in essence, you are saying parents are making you look like a commodity. Because of the prices that they are putting on you. They are putting a tag, and that tag is going to haunt you later in life when you get married. Okay? When you are living with this guy.
Okay. In Shona, there's a phrase which says, Tana zono shikira. Pluck that which you are able to consume. If I believe the prices that we have mentioned here started from 2,000 going up to 20,000. If you are able to afford 2,000, go for someone who is worth 2,000. Don't go for someone who is worth 20,000 and then start complaining that this is not a token of appreciation. To their parents, they know the value of their daughter and their appreciation is 20,000. If you want an appreciation which is 2,000 or even less, I've heard of families which charge even $700, $500. They are there. Pluck that which you can consume.
So it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Since this is a price, we will take quotations. I'll go to Lisa's house, ask how much she's worth. I'll go to Darcy's house, I'll ask how much she's worth. And where I feel comfortable, that is where I'll go and pay the price.
So now we are doing 3 quotations. Yeah?
Ma'am.
Okay.
I'm thinking the problem is coming in when we are the ones as children who are now determining to our parents the prices that they're supposed to charge. That's where the problem is. We believe that the parents are the ones who are supposed to charge because of the work they put in to raise that child.
Okay. So Nkosi, you're taking away self-esteem from young ladies because a lady will be saying, Dad, do you think I'm worth 500? You're lessening my value. You're making me look like I am not able, I'm not capable of doing things. You're devaluing me. Are you saying they shouldn't do that?
No, they should. Mm-hmm. But the problem now is, I'm thinking the parents of today do not know what they are charging. They no longer know the value of their children, that they are overcharging or undercharging. they don't know their children.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying I was agreeing to what Kosi was saying, that you parents, you don't know like the actual value of your children. Like, for example, your daughter has been cohabiting for 4 years with 5 different guys, and then you expect me to pay 10,000 for something that has been used like for quite a long time with another person for free.
Wait here. Now you guys are confusing me. You know that this lady has been cohabiting with 10 men, but you still want to go and marry them? Then you are saying they must come in with a less value because why would you go for that if you are not interested or if you have not made up your mind that you want to marry that one? Yeah, can you take it?
Tete, I wanted to say that I really feel that the unfairness in this financial strain is really fair, because when something has been unfair to you, your heart bleeds, and that's going to make you a very stable man. You won't cheat, we won't have infidelity issues, because you're really bleeding for the money you paid for me. So you're just like, I'm going to stick with this wife, I paid for her.
He is what? I think he wants to respond. Yeah?
Okay, so I was saying that,
okay, you find it. Don't worry, you find it.
So like what you said, you know this lady has got 5 men and they slept with 5 men. Then you want to go and marry. You should marry the price, whether you are knowing, because the intention to want to marry this person is what is counted. And anyway, there are people who have been around, who have been married with some exorbitant amounts, and the guys are paying, knowing that she was with Ronnie, she was with Kosi, and so value, whether I slept around, how I value myself matters, because you have made the decision to take me as I am.
Okay.
All right, I wanted to respond to Ronald's comment where you were saying that you would just go get 3 quotations. I don't think you'll be that serious when you go and look for quotations, because you'll just be marrying because society is pushing you to marry, or you're being pressured somehow. But if you're really serious and you really want me, let's say my parents say that you're supposed to pay 5,000 and you can't afford, maybe you might negotiate it to something that you can afford and not look for 3 quotations. It's more like you are doing something to us it's more like you're insulting us.
Okay, parents, mind you, if you're charging too much, the guys now are going to look for quotations.
Okay, there's a Shona phrase which says something which is old to someone is something which is new to someone. So yes, the lady has been around with 5 men, and to you she's now an old thing, but to someone she's a new thing, and they are willing to pay any amount because of how she expresses herself, how she loves the guy and stuff. So as long as you are now justifying and saying that because you have been around, leave that one, go to someone who hasn't been around. That's one. Number 2, because she mentioned something about the prizes. What a research that I did is that the parents normally would ask through the aunts, how much do you think your guy is going to afford? And what I know is that when these questions are asked, the girl is going to respond, because if you are communicating, if you have a relationship with your boyfriend, you are open about it. You actually mention that my boyfriend is here on this stage, or is here, or is here. And then from there, when the parents have charged what they have charged, they would appreciate what you would bring. It's not like they are saying bring everything. Yes, they are charging 10,000, but bring what you have, so that they'll see your seriousness in the issue of marrying this lady, appreciating her.
It's getting hotter. It's getting hotter. In the next segment, we are going to bring the parents, because you guys are talking a lot about the parents, and the parents. We want to find out from the parents on this issue of the bride price and the value which they are putting on their children and why they do that. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Young People. Say. We really want to invite the parents now. But there are 2 hands which I saw before we went for the short break. Please come in. We are talking about bride price and its relevance.
You know what, Tete? These guys are complaining, but we give them money. to go and marry us. It has happened on several occasions. We actually ask for money from friends and then we give them so that they'll come and look as if they are dignified. Even during the marriage procession, our tetes, our sisters ask, how much should we take from the plate? The guy suggests, take this, but when you take, let's say he says 500, but when you take 500, give me back 450, so that I'll go back with that money. We've been helping these guys to marry us. So what are they complaining about?
So you're marrying yourself in essence, eh? Okay.
Tete, I just wanted to respond to Amanda's earlier comment where she mentioned Tanaza Onoshikira, you should go for what you can reach. I don't agree. Personally, as a woman, and even if I was a man, I want to chill with the big boys. If I am in love with the big boy and I can't afford the big boy, I will strive to chill with the big boys. So for me to limit me that I should fall in love or I should love somebody who's in the same financial bracket with me is not fair, because you're not marrying someone's bank account. You're marrying someone's character.
Please help me to welcome the parents. Help me to welcome the parents. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my rescue.
Thank you, Mrs.
Mrs. Suspense, our mother, and Pastor Mr. Mtimui. Today, he is representing the fathers. We are talking about the bride price and its relevance. I know that you are listening to the whole discussions that we're coming through. And young people are really talking about their parents as being central in this charging of the bride price. And they're talking about sometimes it makes them feel like a commodity. And young men were saying, you guys, you are requiring a lot of money. It's like one is buying a Benz, to an extent that they now want to go and take quotations before they come to marry to see which one is cheapest, who is the most dear, and then they won't take that one who is a bit expensive. So parents, bride price. Why do you charge bride price as parents?
Okay, thank you so much, Tete Makoe, about that. I would like to sort of start with the historical background of bride price. Why do people have to pay bride price? Bride price was originally meant as a token by the parents to say that an in-law who is a prospective in-law pays for the parents of the girl that is going to marry as a token of appreciation. To say you brought up this beautiful girl who is going to enrich your family, and I'm just paying a token for this woman. And even biblically, it's, they say the one who finds a wife finds a good thing. So the son-in-law has found a good thing. So he is actually appreciating the family of the girl to say, you brought up
Father
a
Mtimui,
wife for us.
I understand that you as the man of the family, of the home, you are the ones who do the charging of the bride price. Is it still appreciation like what Mama is saying, or you really want to gain some wealth from this transaction? Is it really appreciation, or is it really a wealth transaction?
Yes, on the side of the man or the son-in-law, it is gratitude price. On the side of us or the fathers, it is a statement to say we have done all we could on this daughter. So you are not taking something that we would throw away easily. Yes.
There is value to this thing.
There is value to this.
So you are, in essence, you are saying the amount that you charge is dependent upon the value that you are putting on your daughter. If she has gone to school, to university, the price goes up.
Basically,
how are you valuing?
Basically, we don't look on the side of the son-in-law.
Yeah.
We look to the efforts and how we are sending out our daughter. On our part as fathers, it's actually a loss letting her go. Yes. So we would want something that will replace her, that we don't feel empty when she's away.
So what is the replacement?
The bride price.
The bride price.
Yes.
Questions to parents? Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to ask, you said that when we leave, you'll be feeling empty. So I wanted to ask that, so that 20,000 that you have been given by the son-in-law, will it fill that emptiness? Will you feel better that, you know, I have bagged my 20K in my pocket and my daughter is gone?
Okay. Father, do you want to take it?
Yes.
Any one of you, father or mother?
Yes, it will not feel, it doesn't equate equally.
Yeah.
My daughter and the bride price. That's why the son-in-law is expected to keep on coming. Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't,
Yeah.
you can't say you have paid. You can't say you have paid off. You have settled it off like you are buying these things, other things. No. For
But
my
as a
daughter,
father, you feel that you are doing something. You are appreciating the efforts. You are
Yes.
appreciating my daughter.
Correct.
You are appreciating me as a father and my family.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
My question is directed to the fathers. We're talking about a normal family setup, and then there are other setups where the father has been absent, but then he has the guts to come when you're getting married and charge 10K. Where do absent fathers get the courage to demand for mateki nyandevu when he wasn't there kuti nditeke nyandevu dzacho?
Okay. Yes, I was absent, but I'm still a father. That's where we get the courage to come and sit in and say, you are my daughter. Unless if you would want to prove to me that you aren't my father because you were absent.
Serious answers from serious fathers, yeah?
All right. Still on that question, I'd like to ask that you're saying that you are the father, right? But you still want that token of appreciation of you being the father, but you haven't even done anything. When I was growing up, my mom was the one who was there. So where does that gut come from for you to demand such an amount of money, and yet the mothers are not even given something?
Can we have a response from the mother? The father is coming, he has not been there. Now he is coming to take the bride price. What do you say as a mom?
Normally in our custom, in our culture, what is supposed to be done is that the absent father will come and get a portion of the bride price. And then whoever, the uncles or the grandparents who looked after the girl are the ones who are then given the rest of his share of the bride price because he was an absent father. This is what is normally done when the father has been absent during the growing up of the girl.
So it's in order, the parents, the mother and the father, they understand what they are doing. Some amount should go to the what? To the father, because he brought you up. The gentleman, what do you want to ask the parents? It has all been the ladies, eh?
My question goes to the father. Besides the fact that you raised your daughter up to university, whatever, what are the other things that you would consider on the bride price besides you raising the daughter for you charging a certain amount?
Yes, basically, you would consider that she is my daughter. Number two, what effort have we put? How confident are we to make this daughter of ours be someone's wife? So those are contributing factors. Of course, I'm trying to run away from the current setting where other things will be added in. But basically, when sending out a daughter, you look at values. Can she be a mother in someone's home? And is she your daughter to begin with?
This is getting hot. Please don't go away. We will be right back. Welcome back to Young People.
Say.
The last segment was very hot. So we have decided not to remove the parents. They will remain. But help me to welcome the pastors. They are coming in to help the parents to answer your questions on the issue of bride price. Thank you. One of you can sit there and the other one can sit there. Welcome, Pastor Katusha.
Thank you.
And welcome, Pastor Dr. Mzengi. We are talking about the bride price and its relevance. So we are seated with parents there. Pastor Mtimwi representing the fathers and Mrs. Suspens representing the mothers. Young people have got very hot questions. They are arguing, actually. They are presenting their views on the issue of bride price. I think you heard the discussions that are going on, that there is an issue of the amounts that the parents are paying. Young ladies are feeling that they are being made commodities, and young men are feeling that it's better for them to take quotations. And also young ladies are feeling that their parents should charge, some of them are saying, because they are valuable, they shouldn't make them valueless when they go to their husbands' homes. So as pastors, I'm starting to ask you as pastors, is this issue of a bride price biblical? Is it allowable in the Bible to have bride price paid?
Thank you very much. From my understanding of the Bible does not prescribe a bride price. What I seem to see in the Bible is bride wealth, because in the Bible it's not the father of the girl who charges that money. The one who is marrying actually is the one who presents sort of an appreciation to say, I am getting this woman who is valuable. So they give according to what their heart actually pushes them to give. It's not someone who charges them. So that is what I seem to see in the Bible. We also encounter situations in the Bible whereby if someone rapes a virgin, then they are supposed to pay some sort of like a bride price. It's there, but there is no way where you can actually pinpoint where God commanded to say this must be done.
I like your responses, and I think young people are liking that also. To say bride wealth is the groom, is the young man who says, I've brought this to you as an appreciation, but not the parents of the girl who is charging, but you are bringing according to what you have. Pastor Katusha, in your culture, where you're coming from, I know you are not Zimbabwean, isn't it? So how do you do it in your culture with regards the bride price?
Okay, we don't have bride price. So what we do is, if he likes my daughter, he must come to me and say, I like your daughter. And then we will have our dinner date. He must come home. And then when he comes home, he must sit at the dinner table. There are questions that are asked to say, so what do you do? At that point, you can't fumble. You can't say, I'm planning on starting a business. You must already have your ducks in a row. So two things are going to happen. It's either you're going to, I'm going to shake your hand, or I'm going to throw you out of my house. Those two things will happen. So your medical aid must be, you must make sure you check your medical aid, because at that point, you're going to be thrown out of the house. So if he answers correctly and is acceptable, then that means that he can now engage my daughter, and then they can set their date. But the father of the bride is the one who pays for the wedding. He has to buy his suit. Yeah, so there's no bride price. But the difference with that is, to many people, it looks like it's for free. But from then on, we have won a son. So whatever we do as a family, we do with our son. So he can't think, outside of us. We think together. Yeah. So if he's planning on having a child, you know, we are happy together. Yeah. So when the baby comes out, it's our baby. That's just it's just the way it is. So if you don't like people in your space, maybe don't marry a colored girl. Yeah. Another thing, you then can't tell my daughter, hey, you shut up. It's impossible. You throw one, she throws one too. Because I mean, it's not like you, yeah, so you can't be telling me like you own me. No. At that point, things are level on the ground. So the respect is earned.
You got it, young people, that even in that other culture, the Western culture, is not for free. You have got to make sure that you are strong enough and you don't call the shots. Shots are called by everyone. You are becoming part of the family. You did not buy anything, so you don't act like you have bought something into your home, but you have gotten to become a member of the other family. It's also the same in some cultures, like in India, where it's called dowry, and it comes from the bride's family going into the groom's family.
Yeah, but if you get a big head,
yeah,
and you want to be dominating, they will pay you to leave. So if you've brought your dowry and whatever, and then now you want to show that you are the man, we will pay you to leave us and leave our child.
Leave us in peace.
Yes.
Young people, questions. You can ask the pastors, they're there. You can ask the parents, they're still here. Yes.
Okay, I wanted to ask our mother about the issue of groceries. What is the purpose of that groceries, and how do you determine their quantity? Like, in some instances, it seems like the mother wants to open a tuck shop with such groceries. What is the essence, really?
Okay. You can give.
Okay, the essence remains the same of bride price. It's part of what is paid during the bride price. And you know, we are trying to unite two families. And in Shona we say, "Ukama igasha." You know, that is one
Eating. Yeah.
Yes, through eating. It is, cemented through eating. So I expected the prospective son-in-law to bring some groceries so that we share, his family and my family, to fulfill that relationship. So that's the significance of groceries.
So these groceries, they're eaten during the ceremony.
During the ceremony.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
If they are leftovers.
Fine, yeah.
Okay. Yes.
All right.
Another question.
Where do we draw the line? Normally, I've seen these days you can now actually be friends with, or you can actually visit the home of the girl and get to know the parents before. But there is also that risk of kuripiswa, or you pay an amount where somehow there is a mistake that you've made. Where do you draw the line? There.
So let me get 2 questions, and then they will respond. Yes.
All right. Dear mom and dad, I want you to ask that, is it a taboo to get married first before your big sister? Because there are circumstances where you are denying me marriage because my big sister is not yet married. And when finally my big sister decides to get married, you are charging her more than you charge me because I'm young. Where are you drawing the line? Does the bride price increase because of age?
Okay. So you ask the parents, or even the pastors can answer, and the parents, you have to answer that one.
In our culture, it doesn't matter who goes first, whether the young or the old. So even the bride price for whoever remains is not gauged according to the previous encounter.
So if it is happening, it's just families who are doing it.
Maybe
but it has got nothing to do
families.
with culture.
It has nothing to do with us.
All right. The other question?
For our son-in-law who is afraid to receive fines because of coming home earlier than the bride price. Yes, there's a caution that you should tread softly. Yes, there are some forbidden grounds. Yes, we want to remain with our value as parents. So please respect us, lest you would think otherwise not to come back forever.
Pastor Katusha?
The same son-in-law is paying bride price, is buying the groceries, is making sure that the wedding is going to happen is the same, the same person, right? My second question is, the person that he's paying bride price for, how confident are you as parents that the variables are also in place? How confident are you in your daughter that she is still carrying the virtue that is supposed to make the bride price easier for your son-in-law?
So even Pastor Mzengi, you can also answer as a parent, you take it up parents.
It's okay.
Is it true that is the son-in-law who is paying for everything, even the weddings and everything?
Ideally, what we as parents, the way we charge the bride price, every part or every step that we take as bride price, it's got a significance. So we are confident. It's actually expressing our confidence. And if our daughter, we know that our daughter is not, is not the value, is not as valuable, or maybe is not a virgin, then we don't charge Mombe Chimanda.
So there is a cow that is charged for virgins.
Yes.
If she's not a virgin, you're not charged that one. Okay.
The church does not prescribe how people marry. What we just want to hear is whether there was an agreement and the parents have sanctioned us maybe to go ahead to marry that too. So when we talk about this issue, it's more cultural than biblical. So as parents, we must always be we must be clear that you can't attach you can't put a price tag on a person because they are worth the blood of Jesus.
Thank you, Pastor Mzengi. This topic we did not exhaust it. We are going to do an episode 2 on this issue of the relevance of the bride price. But it has been clear that bride price is a way of uniting two families, is a way of showing your appreciation as a young man to the family that raised your beautiful wife-to-be. So yes, variables can be found here and there, but what is key is that parents are not selling their daughters, but they are appreciating their son-in-law and trying to see whether they are able to take care of their daughter. And you can also bring in an appreciation even if they don't charge you, because you are appreciating what you are getting. We want to say, please join us again in another episode of Young People Say, where we'll be bringing again more interesting topics to discuss and to learn from. From me, yours truly, Tete Makowe. Bye-bye.
Se pasi kuti vanhu vese ngarinzweni uyo unoda tumasoko pagomonemikana baba wadikanwa ari kudaidza uyo unoda siwo wazarurirwa Jesu ndiye nzira yeidiyega uyo unoda tumasoko pagomonemikana baba wadikanwa ari kudaidza uyo unoda dawiraini uyo unoda dziwirange izwi uyo unoda kudayidza uyo unoda uya uyo unoda tumasoko pako monemikana baba wodikanwa ari kudaidza uyo unoda uya baba wodikanwa ari kudaidza uyo unoda uya baba wodikanwa